We are at the TCL Chinese Movie Theater to cover the movie premiere of No Safe Spaces by Adam Carolla and Dennis Prager, a film focused on cancel culture and free speech on college campuses.
Why did you want to create this film around this time? We're right around the election 2020. Do you think a film like this could bridge the gap between those on the left and on the right on college campuses?
It would certainly help. I think if people saw it and they had an open mind about it, I think they could definitely come away with that. They could have that takeaway from the movie. I didn't really think about the timing or the election or any of that. The producers just sort of asked if me and Dennis wanted to work together on this project, and I was like, yeah, we do, because we like working together.
Great. Hi, Breezeway.
So Dennis, I know in this film you spent a lot of time on college campuses. Was it as bad as you thought it was going to be until you got there with this whole free speech thing? What was your maybe experience right when you got there?
Independently of the film, I speak on college campuses a lot. Every time I speak, there's an article in the student newspaper or local newspaper on how what a bigot, well, as I've sexist, intolerant, xenophobic, homophobic, Islamophobic, racist, and bigoted I am. They've never read anything I wrote, and they just do it because if you're considered conservative, you must be evil. But you know, they've tried to disrupt. It hasn't been successful. Others have it worse on campuses than I do. Ben Shapiro went to Berkeley. They spent $600,000 on security. That is sick. Do you understand how sick that is? An Orthodox Jew goes to speak on a campus and they have $600,000 in security. What does that say about the campus? Right. So it's a big problem. The campuses are a big problem.
And then, Mr. Prager, when you and Adam Carolla came for this idea for this film, what was your, would you say, what outcome were you guys aiming for? What was the goal?
I had one goal, a wake-up call. That's the way I looked at it. People will see it and then go, oh, now I get it. Wow, for the first time in American history, free speech is threatened. That's what I want them to leave thinking. But on the way, laughing, crying, and riveted. A movie has to be riveting. No matter how important the message, it's got to keep your attention, and it does.
How important do you think this film is to come out right now? With the election just around the corner, and do you think this would bridge the gap between the left and right to maybe have that conversation again on college campuses?
I mean, I hope so. I think that there is a reasonable crowd of liberals. I always distinguish between the left and liberals. I think the hard left, which is concerned with shutting down speech, is very different from traditional liberals who just want bigger government and government involvement in different areas of American life, but don't actually want to shut down the debate. I think it's really important that a movie like this comes out right now and reminds Americans what the battle really is about, because it's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day of impeachment gate or getting caught up in tax policy or wealth tax, and all that stuff is important. But at root, one of the chief values, maybe the key value in the United States, continues to be the value of open debate, and if that gets shut down, the rest of it becomes an afterthought.
Do you feel like a film like this, No Safe Spaces, it could actually bridge the gap between the people on the left and the right, and actually bring political dialogue back to college campuses?
Well, first off, I would say I've been trying, right? So I've been trying for a couple of years to bridge some of this stuff. You know, I came from the left. I honestly can't say I'm on the left anymore. I still consider myself an old school liberal. I'm on this
classical liberal,
but don't say it too loud because they all think I'm a conservative. But I think, look, films like this and what everyone you're going to talk to here is trying to do, I think, is just make people a little braver. You know what I mean? I think what's happening in this country right now is that there is a mass majority. I would say it's something like 80% of the people. They're good people. They think little different things on the margins politically, like I'm sure we have some political disagreements. Maybe we don't agree on abortion or exactly what the tax rate should be or something on states' rights, but that we basically want to live in the same country. I don't think most people care about anyone's skin color. I don't think people care what gender you are. I don't think people care what sexuality you are, or any of those things. I believe in the individual, and I think that that's what most people care about. So the hope is that we're not just preaching to the choir here. I don't think we are, because the amount of emails that I get every day, I get as many emails from conservatives, Christian conservatives in the middle of the country that go, you know, I never heard a liberal not belittle me and my family before. I get as many of those as I get from a lefty in New York saying, yeah, I'm going through what you went through. So that tells you a lot. We have way more in common than we have apart.
Do you think this could actually like bring the left and the right together, or does a movie like this just kind of still further divide us?
a movie like this is excellent. I hope that it will bring us together. As far as the country goes, I think heading into 2020 and when the possibility of Donald Trump being reelected becomes greater and greater and greater, the left is going to get angrier and angrier and angrier. So the labels and the cancel culture and the safe spaces are going to grow and grow and grow. And then once he wins again, it's going to get worse and worse and worse. The thing I would really tell conservatives is stand up, speak out, and stop cowering in the corner. We can't change what they do, but we can change how we respond to it. And we should stop responding by being scared of everything and by having to be silent in the closet. Stand up, speak out, and get a little louder.